Okay, okay, okay. We are live. Hello, everybody. Once again, more sad news to report on, but this one was from 2 years ago. Um, but I think the teachable moment here is how far out of touch the Louisiana police are with this case. So we're going to talk about that in this show. I want you to know you're not late. I'm just throwing that out there at the very beginning. Hey Debbie, I'm just starting the show. I want you guys to know that you're not missing anything. I just think it's important that you guys know anybody walking out of here should walk away with the fact that the police in Louisiana totally believe, and this would be my conclusion for those of you who just pop in and end up missing the conclusion. I want you guys to know what the conclusion is. The police in Louisiana totally believe that it's okay to hold on to footage of police beating a man to death over a period of 45 minutes to 2 hours, something like that, 2 years after the fact. And then they say that it was an accidental release and they're not cool with that. And they have no idea Jumping World Brian is your work account. Okay, Jumping World Brian. Right on. They have no idea that Americans feel that when there is an incident involving police, that footage should be released the second it's available. Immediately. No question. No doubt. Hey, Steve, thank you for the first digit of my show, Steven. That's why I'm going to send you triage oil. Thank you, buddy. And he's sharing it, and he's on Twitter, and he's helping the hell out of me. Megsy, thank you. Those of you guys that are going on Twitter and retweeting the hell out of me, I will be shipping you free triage oil over time. For sure. As you impress me with the sheer amount of tweets that you get me, I will, and the visibility that you give this show, I will definitely be shipping you out free oil. Why wouldn't I? The police think it's okay to hold on to this video for 2 years in today's we want the information and we want it this second society. And that's where all of you should be. And all of you should contact the Louisiana Police Department and let them know how out of touch they are. And say, hey man, welcome to America. When your police are beating people to death, we want the videos yesterday. All right? We want the videos instantly. On tap, on demand. None of this 2-year bullshit. What's the point of that? How's that swift justice for the victim that they beat to death? Nay really takes care of us, Stephen. Well, I just know that a lot of you guys are on Twitter kicking ass over there, really trying to help. And I want you guys to take note that I did a little dusting today. Everything's all shiny and clean. Everything. It's all redone. I got the Jimmy Dore postcard on top of the 25,000, the fake award that I never got from YouTube that I had to order from Etsy for $30. But they deleted, I believe I was up to 26,000 something subscribers, and I checked I'm down to like 25,600 or something. It's obnoxious. So they deleted like 400 of my subscribers on YouTube, just so you guys know. And if you're on YouTube, whoa, what's up with YouTube? Oh, okay, cool. Jumping World Brian is the only person that said anything on YouTube. But it says I'm broadcasting to all the channels. Huh. I wonder what happened to my YouTube people. Should I look and see, make sure that I'm broadcasting those channels? Wow, man. I mean, it's saying only one person on YouTube said anything, and now there's no one saying anything from YouTube. So let me take a look here. Look at the title. Everybody look at the title of this video and notice the way it says, Pigs release video 2 years after the fact and claim, oh, it was too early. We're sorry, we didn't mean to release that video. You don't understand. Online, they all say online with 0 viewers. Okay. And Trovo says it's disconnected. Whatever. There's Nick on Trovo. Periscope's not working, of course. turn Periscope off and on again. No idea what's going on there. It's Patrick John Welder. Okay. Why is your name Jumping World Brian if your name is Patrick John Welder? That's weird. Yeah, I see your chat. Uh-huh, I see you. You're right there. Nick Brown, see? Oh, that's your Facebook chat right there. But it'll come up. It'll come up after that. Where it says Trendy Nick. Periscope sending data. Periscope doesn't want to connect. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. What I'm not okay with is the fact that nobody's on YouTube, man, at all. I've got one person viewing on one YouTube channel. And it says they're all online, too. So I'll just close this out. I'm okay with that. And now I'm bleeding. I scratched my arm just a little bit, and now I'm bleeding, just like that. Bing, bang, boom. All right, let's put some triage oil on there. Son of a bitch. You know, triage oil will stop your bleeding, too. Depending on the type of wounds you have. You know, if it's a small little scratch like this one, it can help stop the bleeding. In this case, I don't know if it's going to work or not. It looks like it might still be bleeding, but it's a very small little whatever. Maybe we should bring that up, huh? Beazle Gam Extreme. Why you beazling? Why you beazling? Gotta have Beazle Cam Extreme in there, bro. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Look at us. Look at Beazle Cam Extreme. So, my friend Melanie might be coming over to visit me. I haven't seen her in about a month or so, so I don't know if she is or isn't, but she said she's going to be in the area. She's really cool, man. I like hanging out with her. So we'll see. But like I said, I cleaned, I dusted, and that always makes me feel good, man. It always puts my brain together, spending hours dusting and cleaning. This house was a fucking mess. I'm gone for 1 week, and you know what? It's not the kids' fault that we're here. It's just it gets dusty, and the cat brings in so much dirt on his little furry body. And it just gets so dusty in here, you know? I spend time cleaning a little section at a time every once in a while. And hey, Jackie, and I stay on top of it. And I don't have a problem. I'm gone for 1 week. Man, I tell you what, I'm petrified to leave here for a month, you know, or longer. What this house would look like. It's like there's no way to stop the fucking dust, man. I have no idea what to do about that. There must be a product, you know, some kind of an air purifier that pulls massive amounts of dust out of the air, something. I don't know, you know, but I need to look into that. This was just beyond, man. It was beyond me. I couldn't get my head around it, how much dust in this house. Everything, my monitors, the entertainment center, all my audio equipment, amplifier, computer, tables, all of this stuff had to all be taken apart and dusted. All my crypto, all my glass. You can see I put my glass back up. They were using some of my, I told them, I was like, you feel free to use any of my glass. They used some of my most expensive glass. I'm like, you guys got expensive fucking taste. I should have said, you can use anything but that one and that one. I should have said. They grabbed, man, they went right. But they didn't fuck it up. They just used it, and I cleaned it. And it needed a nice cleaning, and now it's crystal clear, and it looks beautiful. So I'm good on all that. Nothing broken, nothing missing. You know, they did a good job. It was just, you know, after they left, there was a problem. It was my friend Mark. He hasn't contacted me since I got home from Orlando. And he knows. He knows not to contact me because he's going to catch an earful. And I don't care if it's tomorrow, today, next year, when he finally decides to get his lazy ass over here to talk to me, I'm going to give him a good dressing down. And boy, his ears are going to be ringing after he talks to me. Yeah. Yeah, he only had one job One easy job. All he had to do was stay in this house for 2 days and not let Rogie pee on the floor, and he couldn't even fucking do that. So him and I are going to have some fucking words. Oh, look at that, man. It was almost as if Jimmy Dore was listening to me talk just then. That was weird. Just dropped right on my... you guys couldn't see because Beaselcam Extreme was in the way. But it fell over right when I said some words. Made it kind of cool. I don't know. Dan Barney, too many uncovered windows brings the dust. No, bro. No. No, bro. They had the house closed up, man. They did. There's no windows open. I'm telling you, this house is sealed up like a fucking tomb, bro. Mind showing us the piece, or did you just put it away? I did just put it away. The piece is right here. It's a rusty glass from Orlando. It's very expensive, and it's very nice. It's a double bubbler. It's really made for concentrates. They were smoking flour and concentrates in it, which is okay. I don't mind. I've smoked flour in it, too. It just makes it a little bit harder to clean. But it wasn't really that hard to clean. I took care of it. But yes, that is the piece right there that they really seem to like a lot. And good, like I said, he's got good, expensive taste. He's just like me. You know, nothing wrong with that. I fucking told him anything on that shelf you can use. And they didn't fuck with my shit. They didn't fuck with my shit too. He did use this once or twice, and he put it back. And I'm okay with that. You know, this is an expensive piece too. One of my favorites. But my piece that not to be touched, they didn't touch it. You know, that's the devil piece. And they didn't go anywhere near my glass that was on this cabinet. I made it clear, if they were going to use glass, to use anything on that shelf, just to be careful. So, you know, I'm really OCD, man. I'm really OCD. It's a problem. And when people come to my house to stay and I'm not here and they're watching for me, I've got such a high standard and they don't know what they're getting into, man, you know. But it's okay. I understand that I've got high standards and I try not to, while I might make comments about it, I'm not going to penalize anybody for it. You know what I mean? Not open, just no curtains. Michigan, Jackie, Josh, mind show. Okay, Dan, Eddie, dropping digits. Thank you. The rest of you, please share this around right now. Bring some people here and share this video out. I've got something to say about what these police officers did to this man. You know, I don't know if I need to show you guys the video. Do you guys need to see the video of another black man laying face down on the ground, police all around him, tasing him, kicking him, him screaming for his life, and then finally letting him expire face down on the ground? You guys don't need to see that video, do you? I think I explained it perfectly. That's exactly what happened in that video. Very similar to the George Floyd video, very similar. That old tan brown cabinet used to be showcased in the back of your stream. Yes, I do. It's back here. You can't see it. I'm Ron Placoni. It's back there behind that wall. Not a lot of glass in there, just a lot of stuff. But yes, it is back there. I just don't have room to display it anymore because I've changed the way the setup is in here. I used to have the TV, I think, over here, with the back was that way, and I moved the TV into the corner, I think. Nay, does cannabis go bad? Cannabis can get mold on it, but if you store it properly, cannabis can literally last thousands of years. So, yeah, cannabis can go bad. If you store it with moisture, it will rot, it will go bad. If you cure it properly and you have all the moisture taken out, you're doing long-term storage with it, you can vac seal it. I'll say that 5 times in a row. You can vac seal it. 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 You can vac seal it and put it in a freezer. I'm going to say that 5 times in a row. And put it in a freezer, 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 and put it in a freezer. And it'll last for years. Buy a vac sealer and put it in your freezer. It'll last for so long. I generally don't store my cannabis like that, but I'd like to get a big freezer and do that. That would be really cool. You're welcome, Dice Man. I have a 3-year-old cannabis stored vacuum seal. Malawi cob style cured. Huh. I don't know what Malawi cob is. What's Malawi cob style cured? Hash, tell me what Malawi... I want to know what Malawi cob... I always want to learn. Teach me, man. Teach me. What's Malawi cob style cured? What's Malawi cob style cured? What's Malawi cob style cured? Tell me. I'm just dying to find out these facts from you. Hey, there's the cabinet. Hey, look at that. You can see the cabinet. You can see the cabinet on the Beazle cam, man. There it is. Look. Look up there on the Beazle cam. There's the cabinet right there. Isn't that funny? Yeah, we were just talking about that damn cabinet. There it is. All right. So who dropped my first digit today? I want to say, I'm going to guess and say it was someone that might love this show. Oh, it's Steve Running. Yes, Steven Running. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and smoke, Steven, shall we? I've got a bong rip ready to go of Jack Herer. Let's go in hot, as my friend Jay Hood likes to say. Cheers, guys. Oh, your English isn't good enough to explain? Okay, cool. That's fine. You can send me a link anytime, brother. Okay, that's good. So like I said, I don't see the need to show you guys the video. All I'm going to tell you is that if you guys are sick of it and you want to do something about it, feel free to contact the Louisiana Police Department. And it's the Louisiana State Troopers, I believe. And let them know, Eddie, thank you. And let them know that when your police officers break the law and murder someone, we want the video now, not 2 years later. You guys tell those motherfuckers to suck your dicks. All right? You go ahead and you do that. I'd be so proud if any of you actually contacted them and did that. You can do it on the internet, you know. Louisiana State Troopers, I'm sure. The Highway Patrol, you know. When was the cop? It was 2 fucking years ago, and the video was accidentally released to the public, says the fucking pigs. Oh, we released it too soon, they say, 2 years after it happened. What do you mean you released it too soon? I want to show you the goddamn thing just so you can hear these fucking pigs what they said. Yeah, they murdered a black man 2 years ago, face down, tasered him, kicked him, and dragged him to death. Right? These fucking pigs in Louisiana. Why? Because he ran from them. He didn't pull over fast enough. And that's reason enough, you know, driving while black in Louisiana is obviously punishable by death. Here's the link. 420 magazine. Tanguinas Malawi style cob cure fermented cannabis. Huh. Okay, let's read about it. You do want to see it? It's really not an explicit video, man. It's really hard to see much of anything, but you do see the police taser him for no reason. While his face is down, they fucking taser him on the ground. And you can hear him just struggling to live. Vacuum seal the finished buds and let it cure for 3 months, and you'll have an end product that will change how you think of your cannabis. From reading their accounts, you'll change that perspective when they first come out of the cob. Why do they call it a cob? After a week or so fermenting. Eddie, aw, don't send me money. Thank you, brother. His thread is titled Malawi-style cob curing. When you've achieved success with this technique, you're going to want to thank him. Did it say 3 months? And let it cure for 3 months. Yeah, I mean, I do 3 month cure. I don't vacuum seal, and that's not necessary, but to put this name Malawi style cob curing, dude. People have been doing that for years. He doesn't get to put his name on what other people have been doing for fucking years. That article was written in 2018. He says Malawi fucking cob. What? Dude, you're vac sealing it and putting it in the freezer. Just like I told you. Literally. Fuck. Malawi cob style? No. Trendy as Dabber style, motherfucker. Years ago on my show. Way before 2018. Fuck that Malawi fuck you up your ass bullshit, steal my goddamn fucking ideas, take my fucking science, and fucking put some stupid fucking name on it. Everybody does this shit to me. Are you fucking kidding? Dude, I've been vac sealing and freezing buds for fucking years. That's bullshit. Malawi cob style. Fuck 420 magazine. Those motherfuckers just watch me and then just write it down and put their own fucking names on it. Fucking wouldn't be the first time. That's for goddamn sure. Hash, you're watching the right podcaster, bro. Let me tell you. You know, the thing that you thought you learned from some stupid 420 magazine ripoff con douchebag article, I've been preaching on my show for fucking years. Someone's like, I know. Someone's like, Nate, does cannabis go bad? And I go, not if you vac seal it and throw it in your fucking freezer and you make sure you pull all the moisture out of it. And then Hash is like, hey, Nate, I do Malawi cob style. It's the exact same thing, except I've been telling people for years to do it that way. And I didn't make it up. Dino taught me that. Years ago, before I lived in this house, man. They do it with corn husk. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whatever. I'm sure it fucking makes your bud taste like fucking corn. Husk. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to hit this again or not. I guess I am. Fuck. Right? They literally just verbatim copy me. And they don't give me any fucking credit. Some dude on YouTube back in 2016, right? He's like, oh, Trendy as Dabber says to vac seal and put it in the freezer. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tell people that I came up with that idea. I'm going to put fucking corn, I'm going to put corn cob, whatever the fuck, what you say, corn husks in it, and I'm going to say cob style. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, that's so silly. I'm glad I got the documentation on this fucking live stream so everybody can see all my shit on here. You can all go back and see it. You know? Cannabis will literally last thousands of years. And it has. They found thousands of year old cannabis from China. They found it in a tomb. Pretty cool shit. You can look that up. All right, who am I smoking for? I keep forgetting. Am I smoking for somebody? I don't even know if this is going to be a good bong hit or not. I might just have to blow it. Okay, Megsy, cheers. We'll call this one quarter of the hour Newfoundland. 420 Newfoundland. Hey, Killer GB, what's up, buddy? I don't like to talk about my crypto. Cheers. Yeah, I guess it's all right. That was a good hit. Fucking cob style. They need to take their corn cobs and stick them up their fucking tight asses. Their tight fucking information stealing asses. Do you do air purifiers inside or anything out of curiosity? I personally don't mind the smell all the time, but others who don't always like it. Right, Josh? No, I don't have an air purifier. I got air conditioning in the home, which actually, it eats a little bit of the smoke. My air conditioning's got a very good filter system on it. Not anything like a real dedicated air purifier though. And while my air conditioner is much stronger than any air purifier, definitely. That fan up there is definitely kicking way more wind than any air purifier. I don't know what the amount of purification going on with that unit actually is. I don't, it could just be taking the smoke and recycling it and throwing it right back out again. But I will tell you this. My AC was running the whole week that I was gone, I believe. Because every time I logged in and checked the camera in this room, that fucker was on and running. Just like I wanted it to be. I thought that was going to keep the dust down, man. But, man, it didn't. Oh, fuck. I mean, it was just a coating of just a sheet of dust. This entire place, it was just a sheet of dust everywhere. I had to wipe off everything. I used wet rags to do it, man. Crypto, what is that? I know nothing, right? Me neither. I don't know. Bro, look at this. I'm going to prove to you that I don't understand crypto. Look. I don't know. I don't get any of this shit. Actually, I must say right now I'm a little happy at what I'm seeing. But at the same time, I'm sorry everyone. Everyone that got freaked out and shit, man, and just not ready for investing like this, man. I wasn't really thinking and preparing you guys enough for what could come. I didn't talk about it enough, and I should have. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. Okay. So, where do I want this? I think I want it right there. Yeah, I know it will. But the problem is people that aren't savvy investors like myself, they're not used to this, man, and it scares them, and they freak out. Did I already ask you if FUD was fear under duress? What is FUD? I forget, man. I keep hearing people say, is it FUD? And I'm like, is that fear under duress, or is it... What's that mean exactly? My friend gave me a gram of diamonds. Well, Karen, I hope that it gets you higher this time than the last time. Let us know. And let's pack a bowl of I'm looking for my Jack Hare. I remember I put it away. Here it is. I want everyone to know Simon Dan never got back with me about an interview. Professor Dave Explains never got back with me about an interview. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about writing them both a letter simultaneously, right? And saying, Dear Simon Dan and Professor Dave Explains, I just want both of you to know that you're the only two people that I've ever... Oh, and Richard Medhurst. And say, I just want the three of you to know that you're the only three people that I've ever approached for an interview, and you just never got back with me on it, or you said you would, and you didn't. So, put all three of them on it, and see if that encourages one of them to write me back. I don't think they will, because it carbon copies back to the other two guys. But at the same time, when they see that email, they'll know that the other two guys know that they're not getting back with me either. And I want them to be a little embarrassed about it. Because it's rude. It's rude. And I go through all my emails almost every day. And when someone is contacting me personally, I always have time to respond. You know, and the fact that they're not doing it, you know, you're sitting there deleting, you know, make your dick bigger advertisements and shit like that. You got time to say, hey, bro, I'm a little busy right now. I'll get back with you. Thanks. Something like that. Or, hey, man, thank you for offering, not interested, like BitBoy Crypto did. At least BitBoy, like I said, at least they got back with me and told me, Simon and Dan, him and I have been corresponding with each other, and he just has fucking dropped the ball. You know, he'd been writing me back saying, mid-April. I was like, great. Mid-April comes around. I still hadn't heard from him. I'm like, hey, bro. He's like, oh, yeah, man, I'm just so busy. Let me get back with you here in a week. I'll email you back in a week. I'm like, okay. Never heard back from him. Messaged him again. Still haven't heard back from him. You know? It's been months. So, these are people, and you know what I'm realizing is that you guys don't give a fuck, man. You don't go and watch the people that I interview. You don't go and watch their shows and follow them on Twitter and interact with them at all. So it almost makes me not want to do fucking interviews anymore. I mean, I thought I was getting good at it. I'm feeling comfortable. The guests seem to be enjoying themselves. And they seem to enjoy themselves so much that they would come back for more. But at the same time, it's all about y'all, man. And if you guys were interested in those interviews, then you would go and you would support those people. That is why I bring them on the show. That is why every time I do an interview, I'm like, go ahead and tell my audience where to find you, what you got going on, what your Twitter handle is, and all that shit. Let my audience know. And then you guys don't go and do it. Because if you did it, you could try to get me on one of their programs. That would kind of be cool. That would be a first. Me appearing on a big show. That would be nice. Let me tell you something. This is the first time my YouTube channel, the big one, Nay's Garden, has ever been in the positive with subscribers. Yeah. It's always in the negative. It's usually like -1, -2. Now it was like plus 20. You know, you've had 25 subscribers in the last 30 days. You know, and I'm down. You know, and trust me, man, they're deleting more than that. They've deleted 400 in the last month or so. So, you know, that plus 25, that's after they've deleted like 100. You know? Understand that. That is how it works. That's not me exaggerating. That's true. They literally do that. But my channel has become more visible lately on YouTube. Thank you, Nick. Awesome. I've been trying to get you on the Pop Brothers at Law show. Lol. I talk to them all the time. Lol. Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. Oh my God. Twitch blocked my message. I wonder what it was, Crazy Karen. That's fucked up, says Steve Running. Well, I'll just put that out there and let you guys know I'd love it. I'd love to get more people, and it's doing good. The show's, hey, you guys, the show's doing great, man. Since I went to Florida and came back, since I went to Florida and came back from Florida, the show's been great. And I'm trying to be nicer to people. I am. I mean, I know I blocked a couple of regular viewers earlier today. But the numbers are up, and I'm going to try not to block anyone else, man. I don't want to lose viewers. I want to gain them. And I know if you lose your voice on here, you're going to walk away. Even though it's funny, is a lot of people that watch this silently in the background, they call that lurking. I don't like that term. It makes you sound creepy. But I understand if you watch something and don't comment. You don't need to leave a comment. I don't know that you're watching, and maybe those guys are watching every day. And if they did just leave a comment one time out of every 2 or 3 weeks, then they shouldn't give a fuck if they're blocked from commenting, and they should keep watching the show. And I just want to say, fuck you both. All right? I'm still mad at both of you. The fact that you guys are both longtime viewers of the show, and you were trying to subvert what I was telling my audience this morning, that really angered me, man. What you should be listening to is my message, not what you can find out that you can disagree with, so you can be a wrench in my spokes. So you can subvert what I'm saying to my audience. Listen to the overall message, agree with it, and don't try to pick me apart. You're going to nickel and dime yourself to death when you do that. Help me out here, man. I'm not lying to anybody, and you're trying to make it look like I am, and that's fucking bullshit. And I would just appreciate it if you would refrain in the future. If you disagree with me on something, that's fine, man. But at the same token, I don't give a fuck if you disagree with me. I don't want to hear about that shit. Keep it to yourself. I'm not here to debate you. I'm not here to fucking argue with you. I am here to try to assist my audience, and that includes your disagreeing ass. As much as I can. I want to help people. And you can try to assist me in helping them instead of hearing me say something that you disagree with and let me give you all the examples so you guys know what was said this morning. I said cannabis is the only term, it's the true term, and there is no other term for cannabis. And this guy came on and said, oh, well, in India, they've called it ganja for 1,000 years or something like that. And I said, right, I'm talking about here in the United States. I'm sure that there were other countries that had, other languages that referred to cannabis because, China was discovered in China. They had some cannabis that was stored for 5,000 years or some crazy shit like that. 5,000-year-old cannabis they fucking found? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I mean, that's what I believe. And it was a long time ago that I heard the story, and I literally saw the photograph of the fucking cannabis and was just like amazed. But, hey man, it's okay you disagree with me. Just, keep it to yourself and think about what my message is to my audience. Is why you should call it cannabis and not fucking ganja. This is the United States, man. We speak English in this country. Hey man, I'm not offended by other languages and whatnot. But if we're going to stay on the same page, and you guys are going to advance, and this is what's going on in some of your minds is trying to figure out everything that I say that you can disagree with, you're not going to benefit from the show, man. You're just not. And, I would love to cover Sagar from The Hill with the UFO. He did yet another UFO video. And I want to cover it, so let's get into it, shall we? Fucking Sagar, man. Sagar, what's on your radar? Okay, Sagar, what's on your radar? Do you guys like that I say that? You guys like that I say that? Like that? You guys, if you are on Facebook, I really need you to share this on Facebook. YouTube is blowing y'all away. So if you're on Facebook, share this in a large group on Facebook for me right now. Drop me a 3, let me know. Or is that a 7? Yeah, 7. Large group on Facebook. Drop me a 7, let me know. Okay, there's the video of the man being killed by the police. What's on your radar, Sagar? Oh, shit. You're offline. Check your connection. What's on your radar, Sagar?
Sagar, what's on your radar today? Welcome.
Sagar, what's on your radar? Well, I'm going to talk about something that, because Crystal Ball's not here today. She's on vacation. I'm going to talk about something she obviously fucking hates, and I'm going to totally throw myself under the bus right now by admitting that she fucking hates me talking about UFOs because she knows it's bullshit. Watch and laugh with me while we smoke and smoke and smoke. 2,500-year-old cannabis. Thank you, Hash. Okay, not 5,000-year-old. 2,500-year-old cannabis was found, and it was found in China, right, bro? And it was literally still intact.
Crystal's out today, so of course it's time for as many UFO segments as I can fit into a show.
Crystal's out today, so of course I'm going to try to fit as many fucking UFO segments as I possibly can. Dude, he is so fucking shit sometimes. I'd totally go out and have a beer with this motherfucker. I would. I'd sit down, and I know we'd have a great conversation, and he'd listen to me, and I'd listen to him. But when it comes to UFOs, man, I'm telling you, this shit drives me crazy. And let me just tell you all where I'm coming from, okay? There's no UFOs, okay? There's not. There's no fucking UFOs. But I want you to listen to this. Okay, so now you know where I'm coming from. You know my opinion. There's no UFOs. Now listen to this. It goes deep. And this guy, when my boy Jay Hood says deep in the paint, this guy's sticking his foot in the 5-gallon paint bucket. That's how deep in the paint this bitch is going.
I'm just kidding, of course. I was inspired to do this segment because I really do believe that this week is a turning point in the discussion of my very favorite topic. 60 Minutes produced a bombshell special on UFOs featuring interviews with Commander David Fravor, his wingman, many others who testified to extraordinary observations of unexplainable vehicles observed in flight. Now, the only downside I find in discussing UFOs is that there seems to be an intense animosity within the community amongst different personalities, amongst the debunkers, and many more that detract from a very simple fact. I believe that Lou Elizondo, who was in charge of the DoD's program investigating UFOs, put it best on 60 Minutes.
Imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour.
Where do you get the G-forces from? Where do you get the speed? This guy's just pulling figures out of his fucking dick hole. Right now, that is what this man does for a living. He pulls shit magically from his dick hole. And then he presents them and gets his ass on 60 Minutes. He's on 60 Minutes, guys. Pulling things out of his dick hole like some babbling idiot. Standing on a street corner, just blathering bullshit. They take one and put him on 60 Minutes. So because of that, because 60 Minutes is scraping the fucking barrel now, Sagar has a piece of straw. This is a piece of straw for Sagar. Because 60 Minutes now allows Sagar to say, see, 60 Minutes is reporting on it. They're reputable. And let me just put in parentheses, 60 Minutes is no longer reputable. So therefore, UFOs. I'm not a UFO debunker. I just watch Thunderfoot. And I know they don't exist. But you guys should watch Thunderfoot too. So I'm just going to ask my audience, as many times as I've begged and pleaded and begged and pleaded. Here we go. Press number 1 if you follow Thunderfoot with 2 zeros instead of OO in the word foot on YouTube. Thunderfoot with 2 zeros. Press the number 1 if you do this. Who follows Thunderfoot? Steve Running. Yeah, Steve! Who follows Thunderfoot on YouTube? Dice Man 420! That's my man! Those are my guys! You guys follow Thunderfoot on YouTube. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Please, guys, go to Thunderfoot and beg him to come on my show. He told me he'd come on. I don't know how to contact him. Please go and ask him to be on my show. I would love to have him on. Trendy Nick, you're following Thunderfoot. That's my 3 guys. Killer GB420, there's 4 of you. The 4 horsemen. Steve and Dice Man, Killer GB, Trendy Nick, all 4 of you. Riding off, watching Thunderfoot. He's a scientist. He's a debunker. He knows there's no UFOs flying around the world. So it's really easy for him to debunk stuff. It's easy for me to debunk people like Sagar. I refer all UFO believers to him. I love that you guys are watching Thunderfoot. All right, now I want you to listen to this guy right here.
That it can evade radar.
You know, when you take a picture of something and it's a reflection or it's something you're holding in front of the camera lens like Thunderfoot demonstrates, that's going to evade radar because it was never there. Think about that. Think about it. You know, if a bird flies in front of a camera, or a hummingbird, or a dragonfly, and it's out of focus, and it goes like that, which I've seen dragonflies do some crazy shit. You know? I've seen a hornet fly into a window, and I saw a dragonfly follow it, and then I saw the dragonfly fly back outside the fucking window. And this happened live on my live stream a couple of days ago in Florida. You know, insects do some crazy fucking maneuvering. And if you've never watched insects fly around, you might recognize some of the movements that you see in the UFO videos. Insects probably, you know, a good percentage of things that were mistaken for a UFO. So, I've seen this one thing where it shows this thing and it goes zip, 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 and it goes in front of the camera, it goes to the desert and whatever. And yeah, if you're thinking that that's a UFO flying far away from the camera, then it could look like that. But if you're thinking it's an insect and it's actually pretty close to the camera, that changes everything. The reason these things don't show up on radar is because usually they're not there or they're too small to be picked up because they're insects, birds, you know, maybe even some debris.
And that can fly through air and water and
fly through air and water. He has no video footage of this ever happening, and only what pilots, while flying a fucking plane, have claimed they saw because they lost sight of something, so they assume it went into the water. Or maybe they saw something falling into the water. You know? Maybe it was a pelican or an albatross, you know, diving into the water.
possibly space, and
possibly space. Possibly space. Now that just changes everything, doesn't it?
and water and possibly space, and water and possibly space, and possibly space, and possibly space, water and possibly space, and possibly 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 space, water and possibly and possibly and possibly and possibly.
That's your weasel word right there. And you should listen for things like that when you're listening to people like this. You should listen to words like that. And as soon as he says possibly, it eliminates space. No, not possibly space. He knows. He He's literally uncomfortable with saying space. So he says possibly.
Space. And, oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion.
What? You mean like the wings on a dragonfly? The wings on a bird flapping in or not flapping because it's gliding in a draft? You know, another airplane with flashing lights on it, that sort of thing.
No wings, no control surface.
What about when you're looking at a plane and it's like this, and the wings are in such a way that from your perspective, Enoch, I've missed you, brother. In such a way, let me give you an example. Okay? Let's say this is an airplane like this, and it's flying around, and here's one of the wings. And then it goes like this. Whoa, there's no wings on it. There's no wings on that. Look, it's flying by. There's no wing. There's no wing. It's got no wings. Look at that. Look at that. It's got no wings. Do you see how that works? Wing, no wing, wing, no wing. Oh, the wing's on the other side. The wing's on the other side. Up, no wing. Wings on the other side. No wing. No wings. When you're watching, and let me tell you what I did when I was in this on this airplane trip. I took some pictures, and I watched airplanes landing, and you can't see the fucking wings, man. When you're a couple miles away, you know, and you're looking at an airplane, the wings are so small, you can't see them. It just looks like a big capsule, a big Tylenol. It's like a big Tylenol or a Tic Tac that you pop in your mouth and say, yum, yum. If you're leaving this live stream because you believe in UFOs and this bothers you, the fact that you're leaving this live stream is all the evidence you should have for yourself to realize how little faith you have in what you believe in. If listening to a counter narrative makes you leave this live stream, we're having fun, we're smoking. You know, you want to say you got abducted. You want to say you saw something in the sky. You want to say you've seen videos that have convinced you. Don't get so sad and upset with the fact that I'm proving all of your garbage untrue. That you're going to leave and stop having fun. Hey, Gibbo, what's up, brother? I'm so glad you're here. Enoch, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for sharing this. His shirt collar has wings. Optical illusion. Yes. Missed you too, son. Been data deprived. Oh, man. Fucking A. You guys need to follow Thunderfoot on YouTube, all of you that don't do it. I'm not going to get upset with you, but your mind is made up. Why have the conversation in the first place? So that you'll realize that if you believe in this shit, you're full of shit, Joey, because I actually care about my audience. That's why. I don't want you guys, I don't want anyone in my audience that we claim we're all keeping it real here, thinking that there's fucking UFOs or reptiles or green men or hollow earth or flat earth or any of that shit. Is that fair enough, Joey? Is that fair enough? That's why I have the conversation. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to fucking to convince you. I'm not here to debate. I'm here to fucking save you from yourself and your indoctrination. You know, people like this guy right here, they're part of the people they're part of the crew that indoctrinates people. I don't know if you are, Joey. I don't know if you're talking for yourself or not. But I'm just saying, these are part of the people that go out there. And Sagar is also, he's another one. They try to convince you that there are UFOs out there. You know, and they just rely on each other in pieces of straw.
And yet still can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That's precisely what we're seeing.
No, it's not precisely what we're seeing. Show us. Show us a video. And I guarantee you Thunderfoot will debunk it. Or he already has. Hey, Michael, what's up, buddy? Eating and smoking got a little for the ladies. Right on, Chris P. They are hot here. Okay, Griffin. Hey, Nate, cheers to your mega glass collection and proper cannabis education. Thank you. Griffin. It's not a belief. It's just the way it is. The UFOs are real. Doesn't mean they're aliens. What are you so afraid of? Joey, I'm going to block you from my live stream. I'm going to block you from my live stream. You realize that, right? As many times as you've come in here, now I see you for the real you, that you're really a person that believes that UFOs are real. And now you're calling me a crybaby? Okay, you know what, dude? Suck my dick. You guys, look. He's calling me fucking names. I'm trying to help you people. He's trying to say the UFOs are real. He says it doesn't mean they're aliens, but they're real. Dude, most of these things are insects or reflections on camera lenses. They're not real, bro. They're not real. That's why they're not showing up on radar. That's why they disappear into the ocean magically. That's why they have no video of that. Time out him? No, I think I understand where Joey's coming from. He's saying they're unidentified, and that's fair to say they're unidentified. But to call them flying, a lot of those things are not flying. You know? Joey's being a cunt. Don't come in here spewing your bullshit, motherfucker. Damn, Trendy Nick. Holy shit. I don't know if Joey is being a cunt. I'm just saying, man. I just want to make sure he doesn't believe the bullshit that these people are feeding him. That's all. He says the UFOs are real. Maybe someone flew a drone. Maybe there was a weather balloon. Okay, those are UFOs. Fine. A drone, a weather balloon. I'm sure that's happened, right? Fine. Somebody saw a weather balloon crashing into the ocean. Fine. Piece of a satellite crashing into the ocean. Fine. It's possible. Space garbage coming out of the atmosphere. A fucking, I don't know, a comet or a fucking, whatever you fucking call those motherfuckers. Not a comet, but you shit lips and we have a block party. Joe Malone traveling from closest planet, take over thousands of years. You think aliens are immortal too? Unidentified foreign objects. Low. I've got to abbreviate. Yeah, foreign object. That's fair. Even if it's an insect, and I believe a lot of them are insects. Maybe they will remove my block. Don't fuck around. I thought I removed your block, bro. Have you checked lately? I was cool till he called you a crybaby or whatever. Yeah, I know. Don't call me names in here, man. I misunderstood you. I thought you were saying that UFOs are real, and then you said in the same breath, in the same sentence, you said, it doesn't mean they're aliens. And, okay, yeah, like I said, weather balloon, space garbage, a drone, a high-speed drone that someone's got, even if it's from another country like China or Russia, and they're, deploying them, out. They've got a fucking... Maybe they've got a weather balloon that they're deploying these motherfuckers off of, that could evade radar. A falling cluster of human excrement, as Gibbo. Gibbo, why don't you come to my show anymore? What is it, man? You're... I miss you, bro. I wish you'd come by more often. Tons of military testing. Bro, anyway, let's go on with Sagar here, and I want to do a bong rip. I really do. I'm having a lot of fun. But I think the most important takeaway here is to realize the lack of evidence that these guys go on and the amount of passion that they try to throw into something that they have no evidence for. Zero. So-and-so said this so that he could get on 60 Minutes. Okay. What do I have to say to get on 60 Minutes? Well, tell me what I got to say. I want to be on 60 Minutes too.
There's something that's been observed by both humans and by our technology, capable of flying in a manner unknown to human science. That's about as extraordinary as it gets. To me, the only question is, what is it? But increasingly, I have observed a backlash to what I'll call the mainstreaming of UFOs. Why now? Why is the Pentagon coming forward? Is this some sort of psyop? Isn't this all just a ploy to raise money for the Space Force? I understand that impulse, given that our government has already lied us into war on faulty intelligence. But it's important to really interrogate that assumption, because I believe right now, resistance to the idea of UFOs remains on mistrust of the institution, which is in possession of a wide body of evidence surrounding what could be one of the greatest mysteries of our civilization.
It's 420. Happy 420.
First, I'll state that it is absolutely not impossible. This isn't all elaborate
Sandy Smith, Nick Brown. Happy 420. Cheers.
But I believe it's extraordinarily unlikely.
Little late.
Gideon Lewis Krauss of The New Yorker, he recently wrote this story titled "How the Pentagon Started Taking UFOs Seriously." Now, we had him on the show, and I consider it to be the definitive first draft of history as to how exactly those within the five-sided building came to reckon with what was being seen as an by airmen of all time during the flight. Now, the history of Project Blue Book and early Pentagon attempts to cover up UFOs are well known. And if you don't know, I encourage you to go read about it. But the modern history of disclosure is very important to understand. It begins in 2007, when then Senator Harry Reid of Nevada had a discussion with Robert Bigelow of Skinwalker Ranch. Now, Reid, who has long been fascinated by UFOs and critically had just become the Senate Majority Leader, called up Senator Ted Stevens. Stevens, who was a senator from Alaska, shared a fascination of UFOs with Reid because he was a pilot in the Second World War and he had reported a UFO encounter. It stayed with him for the rest of his life. Now, Stevens and Reid corralled Hawaii Senator Daniel Inouye. Together, they placed a secret $22 million appropriation in a 2008 supplemental appropriations bill.
It's okay, man. I thought he was being, a little subversive. And fucking calling me names for saying, I think that it's wrong to say UFOs are real. Thanks for having my back, guys. I appreciate that.
To investigate the phenomenon. The Pentagon pushed back hard. They didn't want any of this. Reid basically pulled rank and said, I'm the most powerful person in the Senate, so you're just going to do it. So from that point forward, the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Applications Program, or ATIP, was born, which began studying Robert Bigelow's Skinwalker Ranch and all sorts of crazy stuff, like
ATIP. What a fucking phallic name for another goddamn, military-based program. ATIP. The tip of my dick in their fucking mouths. What a bunch of douchebags.
goblins and dog-like creatures. But critically, it also hired Lou Elizondo, who you heard from earlier, in 2010. Now, Elizondo had no opinion on UFOs at the time. He was later promoted to the head of the program in 2010, which turned the program exclusively into the study of the national security implications of UAP, or unidentified aerial phenomena, encounters. It was there that Elizondo became familiar with the encounter he describes in the 60 Minutes clip, and many more, where he came to believe that UFOs are real, but was refused access to the Secretary of Defense repeatedly to brief him on the project and what he found in the Pentagon's files. From there, he was later introduced to Leslie Keane, a journalist who's been investigating UFOs for many years, by former defense official Christopher Mellon. Now, Elizondo briefed Keane on the program. He then resigned and then led to the now famous 2017 New York Times story, which sparked the UFO renaissance of today. Now, I took you through this torturous history for a reason, so you can understand the Pentagon had absolutely zero interest in letting any of this come out. They pushed back against it.
Right, and you want to know why? Because they know it's all bullshit, and they know it's all going to get debunked, and they know when people find out, they're going to look stupid. Because they should have the technology to debunk this video, all of this video footage that they have. And, people out there in the science community have the technology and the expertise to do what the military obviously does not. So that would be the reason why they don't want to release the footage, because they know it's bullshit. You know, they know this isn't anything, you know, worth saying, hey, we think that we might be getting visited by aliens. They know that. He uses this as another piece of straw. The fact that the Pentagon is hesitant to release this footage, for him, is another piece of straw in his horribly built straw man argument that we're being visited by aliens. This is so easily disproven, guys.
Harry Reid, they tried to bury Lou Elizondo. They never wanted any of this. For it
Right. They never wanted any of this because they don't want to look like a fool. Exactly. Let's go over that a couple times, kids, okay?
to be a psyop, the people in charge have to be in control. They never wanted any of this. 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 Elizondo, they never wanted any of this.
Why? Because it makes them look like fools, just like you look like a fool. That's why they never wanted any of this. The fact that they never wanted any of this isn't some sort of ammunition that you can use to bolster your bullshit narrative that UFOs are visiting this planet. I'm sorry, man. This guy, when it comes to UFOs, he is a little bitch.
For it to be a psyop, the people in charge have to be in control. And by all accounts of the principal players involved, they did their damnedest to make sure all of this remained a secret from the public forever. Since then, what has happened instead is not disclosure, but resignation to overwhelming fascination from the public, from people like myself. Now, the Pentagon reassigned a high-level civilian to continue Elizondo's work, and since then, a sieve has opened up, with awareness amongst the U.S. military that they will not be shunned for reporting to their superiors what they see out there.
So the military has released this footage, right? Let me ask you guys a question. Do you trust the United States military? Yes or no? Who's going to be the first person to answer that question? Do you trust the United States military? Yes or no? Who's going to be the first person to answer that question? Do you trust the United... No! Trendy Nick, thank you. Neither do I. Fuck no. Fuck no. I don't trust the goddamn United States military. They released this footage. Do you trust them that this shit proves that there's UFOs? They don't have very good standing in my chat. Obviously, that's a lot of no's.
These incidents have been compiled within
No,
the Pentagon.
no.
They have been leaked.
No.
And here's the critical part. All the Pentagon is doing is just saying, yeah, that's a real video. It's not that they're disclosing it officially. With over 1 million service members, of course things are going to leak. The speed up of information is because of a variety of factors, but it's almost certainly not because of a willful Pentagon effort to put more information out there. The modern history of UFOs, instead, is a much more hopeful...
Let me ask you guys a question. How good do you think the military's ability really is to zoom in on something with their technology, their level of cameras that they have? Think about it. On a scale of 1 to 10, a scale of my camera being about probably a 4 out of all cameras in the world. You know, my camera's pretty clear, it's pretty good, it's got, you know, high def, whatever. But we're talking military grade cameras. They could zoom in on a hair on the tip of my fucking dick. Okay? And they'd be able to tell you my fucking DNA off of it probably with one of their fucking cameras. But the footage that they release, to show you looks like that. That's the UFO footage right there that the government with their high-tech camera, that's what they show you. That's the fucking quality of a military fucking camera that's on a goddamn aircraft carrier that's designed for military use And probably the highest fucking resolution available to man on these fucking cameras. And this is what they have to offer you. I don't know. I think it'd be more clear than that, man. Don't you? I think it would look a little bit more clear.
Officially, with over 1 million service members, of course things are going to leak. The speed up of information is because of a variety of factors, but it's almost certainly not because of a willful Pentagon effort to put more information out there. The modern history of UFOs, instead, is a much more hopeful story,
Bigfoot,
in which the truth was dragged out, and now that it's out there, they just simply don't know how to control the narrative anymore. As Lewis Krauss himself told us here on Rising, if the Pentagon wanted to raise money, there are a whole lot of easier ways in order to do so. Iraq, Afghanistan, terrorism, Russia, China. There's a lot of easier ways to get billions of dollars more in appropriations. Instead, this is a case of people who for a long time tried to deny reality, were then forced to reckon with it, and are now coming clean with us out of necessity. In other words, they're not manipulating us.
He's been on this straw man point for the last 5 minutes. He's still making the one little point that they didn't want to release the footage. That's his one point that he's been talking about for 5 fucking minutes.
We are manipulating them. And I did this column because, and I understand it, people are like, why now? Like, why now? Well, if you go and you see the modern history of what happened here, it was basically, this all only happened because Harry Reid was the most powerful person in the Senate, and he was just really interested in UFOs. And he's like, no, you guys are going to do it. And they pushed back so hard against him, you can read in some of the reporting, he's like, no, you're going to do it.
He's still talking about the fact that they didn't want to release the footage. Still.
Do it. And they kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And once they had the information, then the SecDef, Mattis, he didn't want to hear it. Him and his staff, they're like, no. So they went to a journalist, and the moment the New York Times comes out...
Oh, God, Jacob. Well, the UFOs glow. I saw one once, had Aztec writing over it. UK government are silent on them. Jacob, you didn't see a fucking UFO. You know? So don't come in here and say that you did, because you didn't. All right? Oh, God. Jacob Granger saw a UFO, everyone.
Boom. Now you have to talk about it. So it's critical that they're not the ones who are putting this out there. They're not the ones even necessarily who enjoy seeing videos get leaked. But
still talking about releasing the video. That is a long piece of straw you got there, Sauger. A real long one. That's longer than my dick.
But when they do, now instead of lying, they're just like, yeah, it's real. They don't necessarily like that it's all there. It's just happening because of overwhelming public interest, not the other way around. And I think that's very important for understanding what's happening right now.
It is. And that bank shot, initiated by Harry Reid to then get this study done, that then release things publicly, is a really interesting way to kind of normalize experiences that people have been having for years. Right. And now I think something very, very interesting is there's a lot of trust in military and in veterans, and they're now not afraid to come out publicly anymore to actually talk about these experiences. And
no, because people like you are listening to them all of a sudden. Because they're idiots like you and Sauger that will literally put them on your TV show. And I guarantee you, if Crystal stays away any longer, they're going to have these motherfuckers. They'll have the astronauts on and everything. They're calling them right now. Hey, you want to have me on, man? I see you got 152,000 views on your last UFO upload. Probably was anally probed.
I think that's a really important step in.
Okay, let me see who I'm smoking for here. It's bottom of the hour late. We're going with Eddie Haynes. Eddie Haynes. Eddie Haynes. You got a tattoo. This is for you, son. Cheers. You get one all to yourself. What can I say?
exploring what these phenomena are and trying to figure out what this technology is.
I mean, one of those pilots in 60 Minutes said, say, I saw these things every day. Every day. Think about that. But
You guys believe that a pilot in the military saw UFOs every day? Do you guys really believe that? Or maybe he saw airplanes flying below him every day. Would that be more believable? Occam's razor would say that there were airplanes that he kept spotting, these Tic Tacs.
this is the thing that Commander Fravor and others talked about, which is that they didn't necessarily like that this was happening. They were like, I don't know if I should tell my boss. You know, I mean, what should happen here? Many people, just because of the stigma, they just didn't want to say anything. Now, critically, this is why some of those videos from 2000.
Now that people are going on Joe Rogan in 60 Minutes, there's more people talking about it. It's crazy. What could possibly explain for that? I can't figure it out. In all of my mind, I just can't see the truth for what it really is. Because I'm fucking sold on an idea that is bullshit.
2019.
This is called confirmation bias, everyone. And both of these guys are completely satisfying and demonstrating their confirmation bias. That means they believe in UFOs. Now, they're hearing other people that say they've seen them, so they're doing everything they can to bolster those people and bolster that narrative. It's fucking psychotic. This is somebody that brings me my news. So now I know, and you know too, that he's completely full of shit.
And the USS Omaha are so important. They're tracking it on radar. Everyone's fascinated.
They're tracking on radar? Wait, didn't that guy say it wasn't seen on radar? Isn't that weird? Isn't that funny? Huh. I don't know. I'd like to get to the bottom of that. That's kind of weird. Was it on radar or not? Are there some UFOs that are trackable and some that aren't? Is that what's up? Is that how that's working? Sometimes they got their cloaking device on, and sometimes they flip it off. Just for fun. Just to fuck with you.
There's one guy is recording it on a cell phone because he can't. He's like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, wait. That doesn't sound like a military fucking grade recording to me. He's recording it on his cell phone. Huh. I wonder if I've ever seen a glare in a video on my cell phone when I was trying to record something. You know, I wonder if my phone is ever not focused on something, or if I can turn autofocus off on my phone. I wonder if I can go to settings on my phone and make it set however I want, you know, and change the aperture, and then take a picture and a video of an airplane that's got blinking lights on it. Too bad I couldn't fucking hide the blinking lights on my cell phone footage. But those of you guys who saw that, you'll see the blinking lights. And they're blinking just like every other airplane that flies in the sky. It's crazy. I know.
You're like, this is crazy. And you can see exactly that.
I agree. Thank you.
That they feel comfortable enough to be like, look, man, this happened. This happened. Here's the footage.
They feel comfortable enough because you're putting them on the air, but go ahead.
Now, you know, you can talk about the debunkers and all that stuff all you want. But the critical...
At least he acknowledges that they are there and that they have debunked you. You're debunked. Why are you still talking about it? No, he can't. They can't do anything, bro. This is all bullshit. Jacob Granger. Just stop. No, I don't believe Bob Lazar. And he didn't see a warehouse full of fucking UFOs. You know, he didn't have some fucking gravity drive in his possession that he couldn't figure out, but they turned it on. We couldn't figure it out, but they turned it on. And when you turn it on, oh, it was amazing what this gravity drive did. More did. Do you believe, Bob Lazar? Because, you know, that would mean that there's aliens and gravity drives. Come on, guys. Jacob, I'm not even going to answer your question because you're insulting mine and my audience's intelligence right now. And generally, Jacob, someone like you that's been watching me for years, I generally won't block. But it's just it's turning you into a liar. You're definitely doing the exact same thing these two guys are doing. You're satisfying your confirmation bias. I know you're okay. So you want me to answer you? Have I ever seen a UFO? Yeah, man, I have. I've seen something fly over, man. I had a couple of experiences, man. I couldn't explain them. Things came out of the air. Yes. I saw a UFO. I was with a friend of mine, and we both saw it together. Both times. It happened twice. And I always let that convince me that those were aliens. You know? I was just like you, man, until I figured it out. Just because I can't identify something that's above me doesn't mean that it's an alien from outer space. So, have I ever talked to Illuminati Lodge and know anyone in the know? Okay, let me tell you something, bro. There's no Illuminati Lodge and no one in the know. All right? So I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. There, I answered your question, okay? Dude, do you want to know what it was? Most likely? Okay. The first thing, I was standing in the cul-de-sac of my house in the Springs in Longwood with a girl named Candy, right? We were walking down the street towards my house. I believe we went outside because I believe she wanted to smoke a cigarette, but I'm not sure why we were outside. And we both looked up, and we saw something that flew over. It wasn't making any sound, and it was low, and it was blocking out the fucking stars. But we couldn't make it out. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, but I see it. And she was pointing right at it, and I was pointing right at it. And it flew to a point over the tops of the trees in my cul-de-sac where we couldn't see anymore. So I know it was fucking low. So, you know, it could have been a glider. It could have been a parasailer. It could have been, a balloon, you know, a blimp. It could have been someone in a fucking, like a Cessna type airplane that was flying drugs out and had their lights off. You know, it could have been a kite that had been released and was flying in the wind low. And it was at night. You know, all we saw was that there was something up there and it was blocking out the stars. You know, I didn't say to her that was an alien, and she didn't say to me that was a fucking alien. But you know what we said? Well, we can't identify it. We were joking around. We said it's a UFO, and it was funny. It was low enough that it disappeared over the fucking trees. That was the first thing I was going to tell you about. The other thing happened years before, and I was with my other friend Charles, and we were in my car, and we had the sunroof open. And this light flashed over the fucking car. And then, lit up the whole inside of the cab. We were going like 75, 80 miles an hour. And a spotlight lit us up and disappeared. And we were looking up and we were freaking out. And we were like, dude, what was that? It's a UFO, bro. I don't know. It freaked us both out. Me and my friend Charles. in my Toyota Corolla. And he never said to me, aliens, and I never said to him, aliens. I figure it's a fucking helicopter, maybe some police. I was going fast. They got a spotlight. They fucking checked us out and fucking slow us down. You know, they knew how fast we were going. And they did that, and then they got called, you know, and flew off to go do something. Who knows? You know, who knows what the fuck? Maybe it was a fucking street light that just had a real wide beam on it and just lit up the car for a long time. Maybe the lens was broken on it, so it wasn't yellow and it was white. You know, maybe it was a different kind of bulb in a street light. Who knows, man? But we both noticed it, man. It freaked us out. That's for sure. Didn't make us... In either case, we never fucking jumped to the conclusion that we were being visited by fucking aliens. And even if that was the case, they wouldn't be fucking looking into my Toyota Corolla. You know? Back in 1987... Dude, they didn't have drones in 1987. Trendy Phil says maybe nays on. Right on, brother. All right, let's get back.
The critical question is this. Is the government trying to play us on this? There's no evidence, in my opinion.
Once again, he's still talking about withholding the evidence from you. Oh, that's his piece of straw, long piece of straw.
To support that fact, if you look and discuss with every single principal player involved, the Pentagon got dragged kicking and screaming to disclosure, and
still talking about it. Everybody is in a UFO.
Now just has to admit the truth, which is, yeah, there's a lot of footage that we have which shows stuff like this. What is it? I have no idea. I have some theories, but I have no clue. And just admitting that is, I think, a very critical step, and I think it's important for people out there who are very suspicious to at least understand this history. This history will help you, I think.
This will help you. So understanding that the government is reluctant to release this footage, this will help you guys. In believing in UFOs, right? Of course. That's the point.
Oh, look, I tend to agree with you. I think the debunkers who are claiming this is a ploy to increase Pentagon funding probably haven't looked at Pentagon funding over the years. When's the last time their budget actually was cut and not increased?
I think that's the funny part, too.
They ask for things and get it.
Because you and I live here in D.C. and we know how to appropriate. I'm like, guys, they don't need to make shit up, all right? Like, they can do whatever they can ask whatever they want, and they're probably still going to get it.
They're not making shit up, man. They're just releasing footage that they've got. And, you know, they probably didn't put much effort into trying to figure out what it was. And I'm telling you that I saw footage. I assumed I was looking at a drone being blurred out because I saw lights flashing on it. I saw a YouTube channel. The guy's a fucking pilot. He said, this is the sequence of lighting that every airplane has. It's flying. You can see it flashing clearly. You can see the lights flashing on this object. It's an airplane that's blurred. The guy, you go in, you adjust your aperture and your camera settings, the amount of light, whatever. It blurs it. You get a blurry shot. And when it's blurry, you can even fucking move your phone just like this. Like I'm moving my hand. And you can make this thing, you can go like this with your phone and make it do perfect circles. You can make it do all kinds of crazy shit. And if there's no reference, if there's not like a star in the background or something like the horizon line, like in that one shot where there was an ocean, you know, something to at least compare it to see if there's any movement. You know, see if there's any camera movement, tracking it when it's doing all of these unexplainable movements. Oh, the camera just happened to... The camera was tracking it, you know. It was defying the laws of physics.
Anyway, another discussion for another time.
That's The Hill Rising. You guys should check them out. I watch them all the time. Usually, Crystal Ball keeps it sane in there. You know, I really watch for Crystal. You're constantly seeing shit. Let me tell you something. I watched an airplane land in Dallas. We were flying in, okay, and we approached Dallas, like, here's the airport down here. We came in like this and did a U-turn. So I saw the airport, which every time we landed, just about, I saw the airports before we got to them. And I was sitting in the front left of almost every plane until the very last flight where I sat on the right side of the plane with Kissy. But every other flight, left side window seat, I almost always saw the airports. And let me tell you something. When you look down at the ground and you're watching airplanes take off from the runway, you can't see their wings from that far away. These guys in these fucking jet fighters that are flying over and seeing airplanes, they're way higher than I was over an airport that I'm getting ready to, that I've already fallen out of the sky and I'm getting ready to land into. I'm way lower, and I'm telling you, man, I mean, I don't have the best eyesight, but I could tell you that you cannot see these wings on these planes. And when that pilot says, I saw them every day, he saw them every time he flew, whatever it was he said, the quote. Dude, he's obviously spotting airplanes, you know, and didn't realize that's what he's seen. You know, me being someone who doesn't believe in UFOs, I know when I see something like that, I'm like, oh, there's a plane right there, and I sit and I stare at it, you know, and I look at it and I watch it from the inside the airplane. I got nothing else to do, and I watch other airplanes, and I notice that. Hey, man, I got pictures to prove that the Earth is round, man. Right? Look at this shit. Let's see if I got another airplane on here. God, there's not another airplane in this shot. Oh, there's that airplane. Wow, look. Whoa, there's an airplane in that shot. You guys see the wings on it? See if it'll focus here. You see the wing? Look at that. Look how almost invisible the wing is on that fucking flying Tic Tac. The wing's like invisible. It's right in front of me, man. It's right out the window. It's a few feet away. You can barely see the fucking wing on that motherfucker. You know, someone needs to see that. Someone needs to take a look at that. That's just a random shot of an airplane, guys. There's your Tic Tac. There's your fucking UFO. It didn't have wings. Why was it going so fast? Because you were going so fast the other direction. Go watch Thunderfoot. Your fucking radar on your camera totally reveals why that object looks like it's going so fast. Because when you're up here and you're in a fucking F whatever the fuck, going Mach whatever the fuck, and there's a goddamn airplane going 400 miles an hour down here the opposite direction, and you're going like this and it's going like that, when your camera tracks that, it appears, especially when it's over the ocean, it appears like the object down there is moving really fast. You've got to consider not only add those two speeds together that will make that object look like it's going that fast, but you also have to add in the fucking angle at which you're looking at it. And you go watch Thunderfoot, man, and he's like, dude, this says the altitude. It says exactly where that object's at. You could totally see. He's like, in this one, he's like, it's a fucking bird. They're literally looking at a bird. And he's like, you can even see it flap. You can see it flap its wings. And you can hear the pilot say, oh, it's an albatross. He's like, woo, look at that sucker fly. He's like, woo, what is that? He's like, it's albatross. He's like, wah! Whoa! Yeah, it's an albatross. When an albatross is flying fucking 70 miles an hour one way, and you're flying whatever the fuck the other way, it's going to look really fast. You know, and he says even with the ocean as a backdrop, it makes it look even faster. Right on, Chris. You're heavy, buddy. I'm going to call you Heavy P. Heavy P! Where is Heavy P? Yo, Heavy P, we're going to call Chris P Heavy P. He's being all heavy in my chat, bro. Yellow marker on Bitcoin. Yellow marker. After a big drop. Let's see if that means anything. There's a lot of stuff way up in the green, man. That's nice to see. Bitcoin's not up there, though. Bitcoin's at +9. There's Nano, ZIL, NEO. There's 31, 25, +24. HBAR, +23. None of I'm not really in far on any of those. VeChain, +22. I got some of that. ZEC, I'm not in that one, +21. Engine, I got some of that. That's +21. Theta, I got some of that. That's +21. Atom, I got some of that. That's +20. Ethereum Classic, I've got some of that. That's +21. Ethereum Classic is at 74 cents. I think I bought in at 76 cents on that one. Storage is at $1.20. That's really low. I bought that one much higher. It's a +21. OMG, man. Doge is 40 cents, guys, +20. J-Man, what's up, son? It is not 420 somewhere. No. It is not 420 anywhere. It's not 420 anywhere. It'll be 420 in 18 minutes in many, many places. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't smoke for top of the hour, but it's not 420 anywhere. Look at my doggy. Aw, Beezle. Why you beezling, Beezle? Why you beezling? Little Beezle. He's waking up. Beezle be beezlin'. Beezle Cam Extreme. Beezle be beezlin'. Why you beezlin', little Beezle? In my house, it is little Dab. Okay, let me ask the judges. Judges, is it always 420? Judges say it is always 420. Congratulations, J-Man. It is always 420, according to the judges. I disagree, but whatever. I say it's 420 everywhere at 20 past. But I'm going to have to go with the judges, I guess. It's always 420. Beaselgam Extreme! Why you beasling, little beasel? Ba-flow, ba-flow, ba-flow. All right, how long we been in? All right, let's go to the video. Let's go to the 2-year-old video because I want you guys getting your news from me instead of other people. I'll walk you through shit better. Why you beasling, little beasel? Now remember, this happened 2 years ago. But a man is dead and the police covered it up.
New revelations about the death of a black man in police custody 2 years ago. A lawyer for the family of Ronald Green says they were initially told that he crashed
my father's
his car
name, Ronald.
while being pursued by Louisiana
That's
State
fucked
Troopers
up, man.
in 2019.
Now, body camera footage has emerged and it shows Green being tased, kicked, and dragged by the officers before his death. The case is now the subject of a federal civil rights investigation. CNN's Ryan Young joins us live now to explain exactly the timeline of what happened and what we were told about what happened, Ryan.
Yeah, White Castle are where the term sliders originated. I love White Castle sliders. My version of it in Orlando growing up was Crystal Burger. Their sliders are fucking amazing. You can ask, David Campione, Iceman. He grew up on those fucking Crystal Burgers like I did. I mean, my friend Adam, we used to go in there late at night all fucked up and get Crystal Burgers. We get like 10 of them, man. And you just eat like 10 Crystal Burgers, and they just go right through you. It was the best food for when you were trashed. It's closing in your area. You love them?
Yeah, John, let's also not forget that this video was leaked. It was not officially released, and so we've never seen the full tape so far. And if you think about this, the family has been in limbo for the last 2 years.
I'm your brother, I'm scared.
Terrifying pleas from Ronald Green after a high-speed chase led to a deadly confrontation with Louisiana State Police just outside the city of Monroe in May of 2019.
Get out here.
In body cam video obtained by the Associated Press, troopers can be seen repeatedly punching Green after dragging him out of his vehicle.
Taser.
Troopers tase Green multiple times while he's face down on the ground as they attempt to handcuff him. Another trooper can be seen kicking Green.
All over. This guy ain't got AIDS.
The Associated Press released 3 segments of the original video, which it says is 46 minutes long. Only 2 of the video clips have audio. CNN has neither reviewed or obtained the original video, and it's unclear what occurred before or in between the video clips. The video is being seen by the public for the first time, but the incident took place 2 years ago. The body cam footage is shocking considering the way the encounter was described in Louisiana State Police initial report in 2019, which says troopers attempted to pull Green over for an unspecified traffic violation that ended when Green crashed his vehicle. The report also says, quote, Green was taken into custody after resisting arrest and a struggle with troopers. Green died on the way to the hospital, the report said. At no time on the video can troopers be seen trying to render any medical aid to Green, who, according to the Associated Press, was face down and moaning for more than 9 minutes. CNN has reached out to the attorneys for the officers for comment. Lee Merritt is an attorney for the Green family and spoke to CNN.
It's not only what you're seeing, but the sounds that go with it. You can hear him screaming and writhing in pain as he says, "I'm your brother, please stop. I'm sorry, I was just scared."
The Department of Justice is investigating the incident, and in a statement to CNN, the Louisiana State Police says the premature public release of investigative files and video evidence in this case is not authorized and was not obtained through official sources. LSP is confident in the judicial system and fair review of this incident and continues
The
to
premature
offer full
public
cooperation.
release.
Unauthorized release of evidence
2
undermines
years.
the investigative process and compromise the fair
And they call it
impartial
premature.
outcome for the Green family, LSMP employees, and the community. We are unable to provide any
2
further
minutes
information
after
at this time.
it happens, we want
Green's
that
mother
video.
tells NBC
Not
she
2
thinks
years.
Louisiana State Police murdered her son.
They beat him with the purpose of letting him just die.
John, when you think about this, it's so very difficult watching this video over and over again. One of the things about it, though, is Green was left pretty much a face down, and we know from watching the George Floyd case that officers should flip people over so that makes so the person can obviously be able to breathe. That did not happen in this case. Lee Merritt's hoping that more of this video would come out. That way, the public can see what actually happened.
Ryan Young, thank you very much for this. Joining us now is Detroit Interim Police Chief James Craig and former Philadelphia Police Commissioner Charles Ramsey, a CNN law enforcement analyst. Chief Craig, let me ask you this. I mean, there are two issues here. Number one, the treatment that Ronald Green experienced there. But number two, what the police said about what happened. The fact that they said there was a struggle, but they certainly didn't say tase. They didn't say there was blood flying everywhere, so much so that they commented on it. And then they merely said he died on the way in the car afterwards, as if it just sort of miraculously happened in a vacuum. The omission here of the details seemed glaring, yes?
You know, absolutely, John. This is deeply troubling, and certainly my prayers go out to the Green family. But you point out the two big issues. One, we know just looking at the video, this was an example of what defines excessive use of force. And then on top of that, the inaccurate report, and on top of that, they indicate that the officer was at some point suspended. He returned to work. So what's the status of the internal investigation? Let's face it, this is yet another big setback for our profession. You know, we're in a crisis right now, and this does nothing. And then the fact that there's statements being made about a premature release of this information, I guess these folks haven't been paying attention on what's going on around the country. This is about maintaining public trust. And you're not going to maintain public trust when you withhold significant information. So this is bad, you know. And
Significant information or significant evidence of a murder, you fucking pig bitch. Thin blue line, motherfucker, much? Wait, you can't call a murder a fucking murder when you see it? They murdered that man and it's on video. You know, that doesn't make that information. That makes it evidence of murder.
and here we are, yet another incident.
It is hard, Commissioner Ramsey.
You know, why is it always so hard for these fucking pigs to get handcuffs on somebody? Here's my idea, okay? You know, I'm always fixing shit. So you have handcuffs, right? That you put them on one wrist and you put them on another, and then it's got a thing in the middle that's long, and then you just wind it. And their hands go bump. That's all. And then it locks, you know, and then the handle on there comes off. How about that? It's a fucking key that turns that and brings two cables together, right? On two handcuffs. That's all. You don't have to fucking murder people. You just invent something like that. You fucking pig bitches. Problem solved. Hey man, it's not even my line of work. I just solved your fucking problem for you. Stop murdering people because you can't get handcuffs on them. That's what it always is. You can't get the handcuffs on. You can't get the handcuffs on. Redesign the handcuffs, you fucking murderers. Call them ratchet cuffs. It's my idea. And they go click, 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 and then you go ka-chunk, and the handle comes off, and you put it in your fucking next to your fucking bear spray and your 9mm killing machine, you know, and your fucking baton.
this Louisiana State Police statement where they're emphasizing that this is an unauthorized release. You know, and in a way, it's like, thank God that we can see something here, which is the contrast between the truth and what is represented by the police in the report in this case. We saw this in the case of George Floyd. That police report did not describe what happened to George Floyd at all.
Yeah, there's no question about it. First of all, apparently the officials down in Louisiana are completely out of touch. I couldn't agree more with Chief Craig on that issue, but there are a lot of troubling parts of this. You know, the tasing of the individual for an extended period of time, the fact that he was laying in a prone position face down for such an extended period of time. And you can see from that, even though there was no extra body weight applied to him during the majority of that period of time, it's still very hard to breathe when you're laying on your chest with your arms behind your back. And you couple that with the fact that his heart rate was probably elevated and he was excited because of all the things going on. That clearly is something that should not have happened. He tried to roll over at one point, and one of the troopers actually prevented him from rolling over. And then the dragging, later in the tape, you can see one trooper actually dragging him by his ankles. This is without question excessive force. My understanding is the ruling of a medical examiner was accidental, but she was not told that there was that kind of physical contact with police. So this is a very troubling case on a lot of different levels, and that tape should have been released a long time ago. It kind of reminds me a little bit about with the Laquan McDonald, the length of time it took to release the tape, the line in the initial reports by the officers, all these things, that's part of a cover-up. It's really no more complicated than that.
Again, what we see and what they said just don't line up, Chief Craig. And this, again, puts a spotlight on the issue in terms of reporting, among other things, and I think public belief after incidents like this about just taking at face value when police say ... Well, if police say, in the case of Ronald Green, he just happened to die in the car afterwards, but they don't tell us about everything that happened before that, how can we be just believing blindly what police say?
Well, we certainly don't want to paint an entire profession with a broad brush. If this had happened in Detroit and this was this type of cover-up, that police officer would not be employed, regardless of what happens with any potential criminal charges. And I agree with Chuck. I mean, there are a lot of issues here, and while it was ruled an accidental death, what's mind-boggling for me, this man was dragged, there had to be contusions, he was beaten, he was choked. Did the medical examiner take those issues into account? Or was she just blind to the fact that, you know, this was all as a result of an accident? It's difficult. I mean, the cover-up runs deep. That's you know, my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that video, the disregard for human life here is just indisputable. Chief Craig, Commissioner Ramsey, thank you so much to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Flat Earth my ass. It doesn't look flat to me, and that's just from my airplane. I don't know. Just a simple little photograph I took. Just a simple little photograph I took that proves that the Earth's not full fucking flat. But, that kind of makes it obvious, huh? What about this? I made sure to take one on the ground. I made sure to take one on the ground. I'd like to superimpose those over each other. That'd be cool. All right, so here we go. Bitcoin is still not listed. It's at plus 8%. It's not listed on our list here. It's below. If I scroll down, I'll be able to see it. It's way down. It's 4 from the bottom, Bitcoin. So hopefully that will do better soon. But what's good to see is all of this going on. This and this and this and that. That's really good to see, you know. So there looks to be like a lot of health in the happy 420, everybody. It is 420 somewhere now. Happy 420, everybody. Cheers. I just want you guys to hang in there and hodl along with me. You know, go ahead and hodl. It's going to go up. We're predicting about 100,000 on Bitcoin. That this is going to help bring it upwards. Explain the pig thing, Sam. No, you're going to have to watch this video. I'm going, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Go back and watch this. All right, it's on this video. 2 hours. I think that's long enough. You guys take care, and I'll see you this evening. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care. Yeah, Sam, this will be uploaded. You can watch the whole video. I explain it near the end. I go through the whole video. All right, bye, guys. Right on, Sam. Hey, Stukes, what's up, buddy? Wow, that's the wind gusts we're expecting there. We're expecting those wind gusts right there, man. It's crazy. It's gonna rain a little bit. Whatever. Nobody says it rains a little bit anymore, pal. Nobody's even doing 2-hour videos anymore, pal. What are you doing? Wait until it goes 2 hours? Psh, nobody even does 2-hour videos anymore, pal. What are you doing? Hashtag keep it open. I got one from Nick. I got one hashtag keep it open from Nick. I love that. I love that. 2-hour show, man. Psst. Guess I could take Rogie out if he wakes up. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Unreal. Hashtag keep it open, Steve Running. There you go. 2-hour episode. Nobody does 2-hour episodes anymore, pal. Hashtag keep it open, Nick. Yeah, you're not supposed to say bye. You're supposed to say hashtag keep it open. Hashtag keep it open. Seller. Remember Seller was number 1, guys? It's the last one on our list right now. See you later, pal. Psh, unreal. Nobody's even doing it. Nobody's even doing it, pal. Psh. Remember, we were at 420 earlier today. It's trying to get back up to 420 again. Psh. Nobody's even doing that anymore, pal. What are you doing? 2-hour video. Nobody's even doing. Nobody's saying keep it open in your chat anymore, pal, except for 2 people. Unreal. I heard a band on the radio the other day. I said, I think that's Asia. I looked over at the thing, and it was Final Countdown, Europe. I was like, Asia, Europe, same thing. Ba 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 ba. That's that song. I was like, that's Asia? I look over, I was like, Europe. I was like, psst, unreal, pal. Nobody's even doing it like that anymore. No, nobody's even doing it anymore, pal. What are you doing? What are you doing? Nobody's doing it. Nobody's even doing it, pal. What are you doing? What you doing, pal? What are you doing? Dude, I got 22 loyal motherfucking viewers. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. I love that you guys are here. I love that you guys love this show so much. And that makes me so happy. Hey, Billy, what's up? Same band. America, Asia, Europe. I know all those bands. Shut up, yo. They're continents. Hey, look at you. Bands named after continents. America, Asia, Europe. I know them all. I know all the continent bands. Trying to watch this market recuperate after this massive blow that it's taken over the last day. What a hit! But it's just proving its resiliency if it can get over 420, man. It took a hit today. I wonder what caused that hit today, guys. Look at that drop. You guys see the drop I'm looking at? We were riding at 420. We were all happy. I was like, oh, I hope it goes to 420 and stays there. And it did. And then, beep, after I shut my show off. So now it's trying to retest 420, you know? Same thing here. Boom. Devil's fucking tower right there. Boom. Same thing. Devil's tower. Boom. Same thing. Devil's tower. Boom. Trying to work its way up slowly. Not so much, really, here. Look at this. This must be Doge. Yeah, Doge is just bopping along. Doge is just bopping. But Bitcoin needs to lead the pack. And it's not right now, you know. It's at the bottom. It needs to get better. And it's at plus 10, but it needs to go higher. And it needs to keep rising. So hopefully it will. Hopefully people will start thinking that it's out of the low area, you know, that it's been in. You know what I mean? 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 Do you know what I mean when I say what I mean? Hey, man, should we auctioneer it up to 42? No, don't auctioneer it up to 42. Should we tell it to go down and see if it goes up to 42? That's $1,000 Bitcoin. We want to see it go up there. And I want to see it keep going, but I know it's going to test 42 again if it gets up there. It's getting pretty close. It's getting pretty close. Never lost wisdom, but damn. Auctioneer. What the fuck, says Stukes. Number in the left top corner. You just noticed that number in the top left corner? It's hard for me to discontinue a show that's got 23 people watching, man. You know? That's a lot of viewers. they're the silent majority, unfortunately. They'd rather listen and not be heard, watch and not be seen. Appreciate it, you. Thanks, Dukes. Dude, I need to see Bitcoin go up, not down. I should tell it to go down. Should I? Down, Bitcoin? If I tell it to go down, it will go up. Or if I auctioneer it up. I can auctioneer it up. Should I try to auctioneer it up to 200? Let's get it 200, folks. Let's go. 14 and a 15 2 and a 12 5 and a 15 quarter 2 2. Come on, 200. 3 and a 15 quarter 2. Let's get it up to 200. 5 5 and a 15 quarter 2 2. 15 quarter 5 5 15 quarter 2 2. Come on. There's our 200. Got it. That was easy. 300. Man, it's got a little. I gave it a little bounce. I got it up to 350. Just a little jump start there. 350, 360, 370. Portfolio. 41 400. Oh, don't be sad. It's going to go up, buddy. 41 4. $41 420. I just saw that. 41 450. $41. How's my sound? You guys notice my sound has more depth today? More bass, more low end? Or no? Does it sound the same? You feel a big move? Yeah? I don't know. Maybe I should check the candlesticks on the 1 minute chart, you know? I want to try to do some predicting. Oh shit, son. Well, huh. All right, here we are in the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin. We're at 41.45 right now. And the candlesticks are looking flat across the volume. But the value's been walking up gradually from 40,800. So we're at 41.4. And there seems to be a drop, a little immediate drop in volume. Let's see what happens here. $41.3. Man, my pond is still filtering nicely, I must say. I hope the water's getting cleaner. Man, I let that water settle. It is nice and clear, but it didn't affect the ppms. It really is total dissolved solids. It really is dissolved in the water. I'm like, where am I at, man? I was like, why can't I see myself on camera? It was Beazle Cam Extreme. Here we go. I can like be right here. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's see what this is going to do. We're getting purple, which means we're going to drop. But I see a downward tick in the volume, which means we might go up. So if we get a little bit of a drop with a downward tick in the volume, we could be shooting up to getting to 42. And maybe I should hope for more than 42 this time. You know, maybe I should shoot for the 45 to even say 50. Because I said, let's get to 42 and hold 42. And we did. It was a nightmare. I was like, I can't believe I said that, and it did it. And if you don't believe me, go back to this morning's show and you can watch me literally say it's... God, it's so fucking weird. Let's go to 50, man. Right now. 50K. Looking for that bounce Moon was talking about. After a drop like that, it always bounces up like 4 times in value or something. Hippie chick, hey. Wall Street manipulate because it's threatened in long run with 10-year collapse. Banks seem to have. Steve running a daily close above 200-day moving average. That's bullish. Let me see what this is going to do. Let me see what this is going to do. We're going to drop here. We were expecting that. But it might just be a little drop before a nice yellow flag. Smaller the drop, the bigger the rise we're going to get. Okay, so look. Look at this. Look at this. We're getting set up. There it is. Yellow flag. There it is. Got set up. Downward peak in volume and value and matched in, and it means a yellow flag's coming up soon. And boy, did we get that quick. So now let's see what happens. Rise in volume. Buys are winning right now. It's a high bottom on it. Let's see if it can retain that bottom. Stay green instead of going yellow again. Got a lot of green volume below, guys. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's good. It's good. It went yellow. That's not good. All right, let's see what happens. All right, now see red. Let's see what goes on. Let's see what the market wants. Hey, man, the market wants what the market wants. We're watching the candlesticks, man. We're doing predictions right now. We went from a live view to a prediction view. So we're trying to read the future here. We do have a solid yellow marker and a downward trend. Good sign. Good sign. Bottoms are matching even across 41.3. Okay, the bottom just dropped. That's not good. Bottom needs to come back up. So if that bottom doesn't come up, we could get a drop. Let's just see what happens. Yellow again. And in this case, it's not good because it was green. You know, it went from green to yellow. That's not a good sign. That's going the wrong direction. We want it to go from yellow to green. You know? We want to see that bottom red thing go green right now. There it goes. Green. Boom. That's what we want to see. Let's see what happens. Are we going to get our kick? 41.4 is looking good. Can we get a 41.5? How hungry are our buyers? Here we go. Damn, we got a purple marker. Purple went green with red volume below. Red volume below. Red volume below. It needs to go green below. You guys see that last marker right down here? It's red. It needs to go green. There it goes. Boom. Now, let's see what happens above. It's green. Let's see if it stays green and doesn't go yellow. Yeah? Keep getting bigger. We need that green candle to rise. If it rose up with the avenue behind it, bow, 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 bow. If it stole somebody else's wave to fly up, bow, 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 bow. Something unseen, boom, boom, boom. Some kind of verb, boom, boom, boom. Something is motioning, bow, 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 bow. To rise, to rise, to rise, boom, bow, bow, bow. Too fat, you must cut lean. You gotta take the elevator to the mezzanine. Jump, change, and it's on. Super bon bon, super bon bon, super bon bon. Too fat, you must cut lean. You gotta take the elevator to the mezzanine. Jump, change, and it's on. Super bon bon, super bon bon, super bon bon. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Margie. My belly. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I'm working on it. I'll get it. I'm going to fucking find my second ab someday. Whoa! 41.9. Let's go 45. Let's go 45. Maybe I should show my belly again. Let's go 45. Let's go 45. It seems to help when I do this. Let's go 45. 45. 45. There's 42. 45. There's 42. Let's go 45. Let's go 50 as well. I'll show my belly all day. Whatever I got to do. I'll show my belly all day. Come on. Come on, 50. Let's go to 50. This 41 is great. I love it. Let's go to 50. Let's go to 50. Let's do it, son. It's going to be fucking... It's going to be fucking awesome. What? Let's go. Let's rock it. Oh. Matic is looking great right now. I was thinking about pulling some money out of Matic because it was doing so good. It's at fucking plus 28% right now. 29%. 30%. Holy shit, it's skyrocketing all of a sudden. Dude, the whole market's skyrocketing. Everything's going up right now, guys. Look at Ethereum, 2,900. Look at Cardano, $1.87. Even Doge is going up, 41 cents. Everything, bro, everything on this list is going way up, way fast all of a sudden. Is it because Bitcoin is still lower than everything? Bitcoin is still at the bottom at plus 17. So let's watch. Bitcoin must be getting ready to explode. Let's watch that. Let me get out of the way here. Dude. If you look over there at Bitcoin, man, it's at plus 16. Keep your eye on that number. Plus 16.9, plus 17. That's dictating the market, man. So let's see what happens. Holy shit, everything just flipped right now. Everything just flipped. right now. It was Love Chance says, I predicted jump to 45,200 if something good happens. I hope you're right. I want to see it go to 50,000. It's at 42.1. I want to see it go to 50,000, man. You got to fucking think beyond. You know, think past it. Think through it. When the sensei tells you to break the board, he tells you to think through the board. Okay? When you smash through that board, the board's not even there. You're thinking through it. All right, remember that. We're going to think right past this. So think 50,000 at least to start. There you go. Slowski's my boy. He wants 70. I want 100,000. Let's take it to 100,000, man. Something beautiful just happened with Bitcoin, and everything else just jumped massively. So, am I going to pull those profits on Matic? Or is it just gonna fucking shoot up? You know, I could pull the profits or I could leave it in. I moved it over today from my you know, I've got a external device that I keep my crypto on. I took it off the external device and I put it back into one of my apps. It costs money to do that shit, you know? It sucks. They charged me Ethereum. Fucking do it. But I was like, oh, fuck you. You know, I moved it over. I haven't taken it out yet, so at least can make back the money. It's already made back the money it cost me to move it. Definitely. 29.3%. Polygon Matic, 29.3%. That's what I got my eye on right now. $1.91. I'd love to see Polygon Matic go to $2. You know, and then maybe I will pull that profit out. 2,700 bucks worth of profit. I should look and see what that's worth right now, you know? It was 2,700 when I pulled it out today. Okay, I'm going to check it. On my chart, and shit just blasted up. Yeah, man, 41. It's going back down though. So let's see what's going on, because our little upward tick just is taking a pause. But we've got a nice setup here, guys. Right here. Here it is. A downward trend in volume. Right here. A downward trend in volume. A downward trend in value. We're about to go yellow, guys. We're about to go yellow. This is fine. This drop is fine. This is what we want. We want our downward trend in volume and value to match up. Look, we're going yellow. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, it's not showing it. Okay, it's going to go. It's going to go yellow. And it's going to go up. It's going to go yellow. It might not be this candle, but it's going to go yellow. This is exactly what we need on a setup right here to go upwards. Let's see what happens. I'll look over here on the big screen. It's a big red candlestick right now, but it's going to go yellow, man. It's a setup. It's a setup, man. Come on, man. Blasting. Green volume. Yellow candle. Come on, green volume. I've seen this so many times. Come on, green volume, yellow candle. I don't want to take my eyes off the screen. And come on. Here we go. Boom! Yellow flash. I saw it. There it is. I knew it was going to happen. We were set up for it. You guys know how to read these charts just like me now. It's so simple. 1 minute chart on Bitcoin. Downward trends match up. You're getting ready to go upwards. You're going to see that yellow flash. You're getting ready to go up. All right, here we go. My deposit today is worth now, oh my God, dude, it was It was $2,700. Now it's worth $3,500. I don't think I'm going to pull out the profit now, man. Holy shit. Maybe I should right now, man. Maybe I should. Oh my God. Can you believe that? 3,000. It's worth $3,500. What was $2,700 earlier today, guys? It's gone up that much. It's like a fucking date. It's like I just did a day trade, but I didn't pull anything out. All I did was move something. It definitely paid for the fucking transfer, man. How much was the transfer? It cost me, where's the fucking gas fees at, motherfucker? Transaction details. Transaction fee. $23.32 worth of Ethereum. Gas price. Barely anything. It's like 0.000000149 Ether. Gas limit, gas used by transaction. So it way paid for the fucking transfer fee. That's nice. So I'm looking at a lot of profit there. I could pull it out, or I could leave that bitch in and say, hey man, this is going all the way. Dude, my portfolio is blasting right now. And Bitcoin, my Bitcoin holdings are way negative. I'm in the alt season, son, right now on my portfolio. So I'm way down, thousands and tens of thousands of dollars down on my Bitcoin, guys. From what I bought, I'm tens of thousands of dollars down from what I bought. And I'm okay with that. Totally fine with that. You know why? Because my overall portfolio right now is over 20% over overall what I put in right now. %46 of my holdings are Bitcoin. Okay, we got a yellow marker, and it's a nice thick one. We've got a downward trend, right? Okay, so here we go. All my students out there that are paying attention. Okay, what we've got right here, we've got a nice downward trend. Got a real nice downward trend. We've got a nice downward trend right here, guys. You see this? They are completely matched up. This is matched up with this, means we're going up right now, man. This yellow marker is our signal that we're about to blast upwards. After seeing this and seeing this, you guys, this is the 1 minute chart. This is a free software. It's on Crypto Watch desktop. All of you guys can use this for free. Like I said, there's that green candle going up, guys. I'm not even surprised at all. I'm surprised the bottom is so low on that green candle. That's a little troubling. I don't like where the bottom is on that green candle. But I'm seeing, if we get a high bottom on the next one right here. So if we get a bottom on the next candle and it's way up here, we're going to be loving it. Then my prediction will totally be true. And we're going way up. But we got to get a high bottom. And right now it's not looking too good. We need a lot of volume. We need a lot of green volume down there, not red volume. We might be getting a double yellow marker. That could come up right now as well. It's reading purple. That's not good. We don't like that. No need for that. There's no need for purple. We don't like it. It's purple and red are arguing right now. Let's get that yellow, guys. Let's get that yellow. Come on. We need green volume down below. Without that green volume down below, we can't get a yellow marker. So let's get that green volume down below. Let's go. Green volume down below. We need it now. I hear the sound, the coming of rain. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of the abundance of rain. I hear the sound of victory. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. Green. Green. Green volume. You're killing me until you give me green volume. Come on, guys. We're set up. This is a setup. We're set up, man. It's a setup. It's a setup. I'm saying it because I know it. It's going to go. It's going. Fucking setup. Just watch. There it is. There's the green volume. Give me the yellow bar. Give me the yellow bar. Give me the yellow bar. A nice thick yellow bar. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. You guys ready for a big yellow bar? Double yellow marker. Here we go. Double yellow marker. Flip it back. Flip it to yellow. It's going to go yellow. I don't care that they passed it. It needs to go yellow. Flip it yellow. Flip it yellow. Flip it yellow. That last one, that red one, I wouldn't be surprised if they flip it yellow. It's totally meeting all my expectations. And I've seen them change markers before. So I won't be surprised if they change that last one to yellow. Go. Go. Do it. You were so close to doing it. You know you wanted to be yellow. You wanted it to be yellow. Totally wanted it to be yellow, bruh. Yellow marker, come on. We need one. Give me one. Give me a yellow marker. Give me solid green volume. What's it going to do here, guys? We're going to go green volume. What are we looking at? Green volume, yellow marker. Dude, it is such a setup. It's a double ramp setup. So going to blast green right now. Look. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's going up, man. It's gonna go up. I'm telling you. I'm seeing these signs. There's the yellow marker. Double yellow marker. There it is. Here we go. Double yellow. I don't like where the bottom is on it. Dude, I just watched Polygon Matic go from $1.81 to $1.87. This went from 3, 5. It doesn't change. The value must change, right? Huh. Why isn't the value changing? That's weird. I'm confused. Oh, it just went down. Dude. $1.89. Was it at $1.91 and now it's down to $1.89? Or was it $1.81? I can't remember. Son of a bitch. I think it was $1.91 and it's dropped. Yeah. It's at $1.86 right now. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong. No, it's at $1.89. It's at $1.89. It's at almost 500%. Wow. I'm like, should I sell it and pull the profit out while it's so fucking high, or is it going to just blast and go super higher and I'm going to be sad that I did it, you know? Fuck. It probably would be a good time. I saw it way higher earlier though. It's at 20%. I saw it at like 50%. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to make up my mind soon, man. I don't know if this is going to last all night. I just think it's a good move. I made some money off of it. Pull it out while it's valuable. As I watch it slowly go down in value, dude, as I'm sitting here trying to make up my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm watching it go down in value. Bless America. Actually, it's kind of low over the week, man. It was higher. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna fucking wait. Yeah, it's at a low point, man. Fuck that shit. I'm glad I did this. I'm zooming out, and I'm totally feeling not pulling profit on it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I made up my mind. I'm just going to let it sit in there. I'm good. I'm good. It's just you're supposed to have this exit strategy, you know, before the whole market crashes in the end of July, early or mid-August is when it's supposed. Well, it was like August 26th or something like that. But whenever it's all supposed to just go to a bear market and everything drops for, you know, until tax season, and then after tax season, everyone gets their checks, and that's when the bull market starts again. So it's, you know, people are preparing for that. They pull their money out to pay their taxes. You got to ride that, figure out when it's going to be, and get ready. And you can pull a little bit out at a time. As you get closer and closer to that time, you could pull more and more out. But it's costing you money every time you pull money out, so make sure you're pulling out. Look at your highest asset at that time. Pull money out from your assets that at that moment that's worth the most, that's the most valuable. That's where you want to pull your profits from. Don't ever pull your profits from something that's doing bad. Never, never, never. It will always turn around. If you're doing crypto, there'll always be a day where it will be doing much better. So be patient. And if you're trying to pull profits out, do it like that. All right? You guys take care. I love y'all. I'll see you guys tonight. Bye now. Thanks for all the Keep It Opens, man. There were so many of you I couldn't walk away. All right. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye. Good decision, honestly. It's been impressing me. Hold on to that crypto, guys. Buy it and hold on to it. Buy it when it's low and then hold on to it. All right. Bye, guys.